you guys. How you doing?
Yeah.
All right, man. Good to see you guys. Seem like a nice, supportive crowd. I like that. Reminds me of my family. No, I'm serious. They're pretty supportive people. Like, my mother is actually so supportive that she doesn't believe that I'm bald. It's really nice, you know? It's nice. I see we actually have some bald people here tonight. How you doing, sir? What's going on, buddy? Over here. Ma'am, how are you? What's happening? Guys doing good? That's all right. Do you guys still have the dreams? I don't know if you guys with hair know this or not, but bald people, we have dreams at night when we're asleep, where we have hair. And we do some pretty cool stuff, you know? We go running on the beach and the wind blows through our hair. Come out of the ocean and we toss our hair and we get haircuts. I know that doesn't seem like a big deal to you, you know, but yeah, you go get a haircut. I have a recurring dream where all I do is I go to hair cuttery and I hand the woman a picture of Anne Hathaway and I'm like, can you make me look like this? And she's like, yeah. I'm like, awesome. It's so great. And then I wake up and it's so sad. But I got my family, which is good. My parents, when we were younger, they took care of us. They sent us to those DARE classes that we have. You guys know DARE, where you go and you learn about the gateway drug. And as we all know, the gateway drug is Catholicism, right? Yes. Go, yeah, learn about. Actually, my parents owned an office supply store growing up, so our gateway drugs were things like glue and whiteout and sniffable magic markers. We had this Mr. Sketch 12-pack. You guys know what I'm talking about? Each marker was a different flavor, like red was cherry and green was mint and black was Jägermeister. Did you guys have that? So good. They were good parents. It makes me wonder, if I'm going to be a good parent or not. My wife and I, we don't have any kids yet, where people keep asking us now, you going to have kids? And I think we're going to have one. And I literally mean just one. And people don't like the sound of that. They're like, you can't have just one. He's going to be lonely. It's like, dude, there's 7 billion people on this planet. If that little guy can't find somebody to hang out with, he deserves to hang out alone, all right? We're running out of water, you know? I make it sound like I dislike kids. I don't dislike kids at all. In fact, I'm super jealous of kids. They have it made, right? I mean, they can take naps. They get their food made for them. They can throw a tantrum anytime they want. They ride around in a chariot. They're like Egyptian pharaohs, you know? Some kid just laying in his bed like, Mother, fetch water and fruit. What news have you from the cul-de-sac? We might adopt. That's big now, adoption, you know, because they always say there's so many kids out there that are in need of a good home. You gotta figure a few of them will settle for a decent apartment, you know. My wife and I live in an apartment here in New York. We live in a neighborhood called Flatbush, Brooklyn, and it's a predominantly black neighborhood, and I don't know if you guys can tell under these lights, but I am not black. And it's funny because our neighbors will come up to us and they'll be like, yeah, Matt, are there more white people coming? I'm Kevin Costner in Dances with Wolves. Tatanka, yeah, Tatanka. They're coming. I had a weird thing happen when I saw, and I didn't realize this was going to happen, I saw another white couple the other day, and I got angry in our neighborhood. I was just like, what are you doing in our neighborhood? Don't you know this is a black neighborhood? That's ridiculous. Our neighborhood. We lived there ever since we got married. We got married about 2 years ago now, and we did some traditional stuff, some non-traditional. One traditional thing I did was I asked her dad for his blessing, for his, permission to marry his daughter. I thought that was a nice tradition to hold on to. It's interesting that we held on to that part of that tradition though, and none of the other stuff. I didn't get any land or anything, or livestock, none at all. I didn't get even a little bit. A lot of people ask me, my friends now, they're like, Matt, was there a moment that you knew Heather was the one? When you guys were dating, was there a moment that you knew, she's the girl? And I'll tell you guys, there really was. We were walking in the park, and when we were dating, and a homeless guy stopped us. And and he asked me for $1, and I gave him the $1. And then he checked her out. And then he turned back to me and he was like, damn, man, you gotta lock that ass down. So that's how I know. You guys, my name is Matt Betts. Thank you so much for listening. Have a great night, you guys. Take care.